So one day I get a phone call, and it's from an old friend from high school that I haven't talked to in a while. And he says, "Hey, Grand Khai is opening at the Sherman Theater. I'll link him below. And, do you want to film it?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, sure. Do I get a free ticket?" And they're like, "Yeah, you gotta go see the show." So I'm like, "All right, dope." I've never seen him perform before. And, he went to East Stroudsburg. I went to Stroudsburg. I did go to East Stroudsburg at one point. Shout out Cavaliers and shout out Mountaineers. So I was like, all right, dope. I'll head up. And he says, "Well, could you also pick him up?" So I go to his house and I pick him up. I'm like, "Yo, what's happening? Like, this is dope." And he goes, "Yeah, I'm opening for Lil Uzi." And I was like, "What? Lil Uzi Vert? Are you kidding me?" And I was ecstatic. But I'm also driving them. So it's like, it's a little, our relationship wasn't like that. It's just people get in the car, you're driving 40 minutes up north. It was very surreal. And so we get to the Sherman Theater, we pull around back, we hop out, I got all my camera gear packed. I wound up bringing my Canon, I brought my T3i, which was my first camera, and I brought my Ronin. And we set everything up backstage. I'm trying to be careful with where I put the stuff because, it's just backstage and I'm not always with all my equipment. So I wound up tucking it behind some of the rafters, on stage right. We then, leave everything there. We go to get some food and we come back. Now, when we get back, they let the pre-sale people in. So all those people who I guess paid extra for their tickets, are all standing by the rails. And we walk on stage and I hope I have the footage. If I do, I'll show it. I was on my Snapchat, I take, the flash goes off and these people go crazy and they're cheering. And I'm like, I am nobody. But they see the flashlight and it was bizarre. How, it's like mice. They see the light and they're like, oh my God, you're filming me. They're never gonna see that, but the energy was there and I felt it in the room and it was cool. I don't know how else to explain it other than it was just plain cool. And so we're down underneath the stage at the Sherman and we're all talking and all the other artists that are performing are there and we're chit-chatting and it's great. I'm meeting so many people and it's a blast. So Kai goes up, crushes the set. I mean, the whole Sherman is full. He absolutely blows it out of the water. And I'm filming with my camera and going around. Now, this is when, Lil Uzi's taking a while. He's not, artists are notoriously late. And, they're kind of stalling and everyone's standing there. I mean, there's so many people with their cameras. A lot of them had, little DSLRs and stuff. But I'm here with my C100. And it's, I'm trying to, I'm really trying to get those good shots. And they had said, no one is allowed on stage when he walks out. So I said, you better be on stage before he walks out. And so I'm standing on stage left and they have the Sherman has these VIP balconies with people in them. And I'm chit-chatting with them and, talking and standing there. And so his body, security, are standing there. And I looked at the security guard and I said, make sure no one touches this camera. And he just gives me this that reassuring nod. And I said, great, I'm in, we're good. So he comes on, everyone goes crazy. And I knew, as a performer, once you start going, there is no stopping. It's this energy and it's this flow that just comes out. So he walks off and I see him go over there and I'm like, please come over, please come over. And lo and behold, he comes all the way over and is right there in front of me. There's a few times where I'm pretty sure I hit him with my camera. And I mean, the crowd, it's just all cell phones, which I'm laughing at. Then again, I'm holding a camera, but I'm also on stage with Lil Uzi. And, you know, it was bizarre. First of all, I've never seen a chain that big in person. I mean, this thing looked heavy. And I've also never seen people interact with a celebrity at that level, or at least that close. It got to a point with some, which you'll see in the footage, you know, people were reaching and grabbing, and the security guard had to push people off. And I was even yelling at people because people were starting to hit the camera. Protect what you have. You know, you got to get the shot, but it's not worth it for some screaming fan throwing beer on your camera. And so the show's going on. It's spectacular. I mean, he's killing it. I am in this state of trance, and I'm down in the pit filming up. It's kind of getting near the end of the show, and I see the bottle of champagne come out, which means he's going to shake it and spray it. And you know, we were told not to be on stage, and I'm not showing this just to prove that I could, you know, but when you have an opportunity in life, you got to take it. And so I put the camera on the stage, I hopped up, picked it up, turned around, and I got what was by far one of the coolest shots I've ever gotten. The clip is playing. And when I got that shot, it was almost like this sense of like the whole day, or like everything kind of boiled to that one moment. There's an energy with every single person in there was celebrating. Everyone was happy, excited. And, you know, as much as it was a cool looking shot, as much as it was a cool experience, being there with Khai, being there with Uzi, you know, it was met with, when I got that shot and I looked at my camera, that was the shot. You know, there's always that shot at the wedding, you know, there's that clip at a birthday party. You know, you always find those little things. Granted, this was champagne sprayed over a whole crowd, but there's always those singular moments that really do stand out. But every great moment is still fraught with one that is not so great, and I don't know who it was, but when I packed up my stuff, my Canon was no longer to be found. Now, whoever stole that camera was a bad thief, because I had my Ronin right next to it. And not that value is, you know, they could have had a $2,000 item. They chose to take what was my first camera. RIP, wherever you are. I hope whoever is using it well. And whatever was on that card, which there was some important things on that card that I didn't dump. So let that be a message of always empty your cards, always make sure you know where your equipment is. And when someone calls you and says, hey, can you film someone, they're opening for Lil Uzi, you take that opportunity. But overall, it was an amazing experience. It showed me what it was like to be in front of that many people. And when you're in front of that many people, there aren't many feelings like that. It was a blessing, and it was an amazing opportunity. And it was inspiring to me, not only as a filmmaker, but also as a musician, to work to that level, to be able to control the crowd and feel like what you're feeling. If you're not feeling it on stage, they won't be able to feel that. And you always have to be true to yourself. And it does break my heart to hear that he's retiring from music. That was a very inspirational day. It was one I will never forget, and I'm glad I have the footage to remember it. And yeah, if you have an opportunity in life where someone says you can't stand here, as long as you're respectful and you know how to work a situation, the possibilities for you to get that shot, to capture that moment, maybe one day that moment might just pay off. Was that good?
Yep. Such a calm curve. Hey, was that good?
Well, it's.
No,
Let me get a new car. I only drink glass. Never really like the cheap stuff. Always sipping with class. Oh, you wanna be a baller?